What's up, guys? Apologize in advance if this mic is sounding a bit grainy or it sounds like I'm underwater. Um, there's stuff moving around. I'm right now sitting on the floor. I don't have my table set up, and I'm just working on my laptop here. I'm kind of in the middle of the whole room or physical environment improvement project. But I'm going to start knocking some of the stuff out that I got on the savings ledger here that I have to do. I've just been kind of putting it off. But the dollar isn't getting any what's it called? Any stronger. It's only getting weaker as time goes by. So I thought, what the heck? It's time to knock some of these things out. So I was going through before I go to the savings ledger and start knocking some of the stuff out. I was just going through here and looking at what has happened over the while, and some of it honestly has become a little kind of a pain to manage because I have things in two places. So I'll give you an example. Right, in February we have this investing amount here, and investing is this 545 and 50 that I started putting into the 2021 Roth account. But I also had this in the savings ledger as a line item there. So if I'm putting it in cash flow tracking investing, it's not going into this here. So there's two places where it should be tracked, and that's not exactly working out super good. But anyway, it doesn't really matter where the number is coming out of, because it's coming out of there anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I don't know where I should put it. I guess since it is coming from the savings ledger, but it is like a cash flow thing. So that's why, that's where my mind is right now. Let's take a look at some of the other things in investing. So in this month, a whole bunch of stuff has been happening. I sent some money to Coinbase to start investing in, or not investing, I guess you could say, but hodling in cryptos. This is to another crypto thing. This is to this is Roth 2020 contribution, that catch-up contribution over there. So that's what that is. This is another Roth 2021, right? This is to Gemini, and that's to Gemini. This is goes into savings. This is the interest, right? So it's kind of like double counting stuff that's coming on the investing. So there's some stuff coming out of there. Anyway, and I guess since I did have it in the savings ledger, I might as well track it in there. So I'll just change this category to the Roth 2020 contribution. It's not ideal, I guess, but since I moved it over there, might as well set it up that way. I guess I can call this investing something else, or I could just take it out completely, because anything that's invested is, necessarily coming from the savings ledger. So we'll just change this into 2021 Roth. I think that just makes it easier. Yeah, that just makes it easier now that I think about it. So what was this going into? Oops. This is going into well, I guess let's just call it that. Why not? Same with this one, because the $100 I sent over there, it was just sort of going in there, nothing in particular. Then I would go and that's the one I haven't added yet, actually, to my after-tax brokerage. So I'll just call it the repaying the loan to myself there. It's the money that I borrowed from myself to sustain myself last year. So what do we call this? I guess this should be a new category. This should be should be hodling category. Why not? We'll put it under the savings ledger. Okay. And that's, well, I don't know. It's going into Bitcoin. It is going into Bitcoin. But I guess we have to classify that over there. I'm been just opened up a whole bunch of different accounts with different exchanges. I'm seeing which one I like the best. So far, I think Kraken is going to take the cake just because it's super. The amount of security it has seems to be much better than any of the other exchanges that I've used so far. Sure, each one sends you a text when you try and log in, but if you want to buy or transfer money into there, it doesn't really ask you anything. Kraken, you can set up all kinds of stuff to say, you know, if you want to make a transaction, you got a two-factor authentication with your phone. So that's it's pretty nice. But at some point, I'm gonna get a cold storage there, and once I have a certain amount, just kind of move it over every so often. So we'll move this all this stuff over to hodling. So I don't know if you guys have been kind of paying attention to what's been going on, but there's a lot of interesting stuff going on in finance, with the whole the dollar going to zero, and the Fed has been, if you listen to the news, business news like Bloomberg, been listening to that in the car, they literally tell you what's going to happen. You know, they're not even trying to hide it anymore. They're saying, I was listening to that in the car a couple of days ago. They were just saying that, you know, the Fed inflation target, it's usually been like 2%, but in the last couple of years it's been like less than 2%. So we're going to have to overshoot. We're going to have to overshoot that target, so that we're going to have inflation that's higher than 2%. It's going to be like maybe 3% or 4%, but in reality, inflation is much, much higher than what they're saying. You know, they're saying inflation is going to be like 3 or 4%. It is much higher than that. I've been hearing people saying that the cost of the stuff that they're buying has gone up like 200%. Like lumber has gone up some insane amount. Gas has gone up. If you live in California, just probably all over the country, gas is going up like crazy. Stuff's going to get more expensive. Stuff is going to get more expensive, I think, very quickly and very soon. What am I doing here? Can't really multitask. Oh no, this is not hodling. This is sending stuff to the gambling market. Roth 2021. Where is that? Roth 2021 contribution. Okay. Pretty much gotten rid of all the stuff in investing here. Oh, we have gotten rid of it all. It's all gone. All the investing is gone. So it's all just from savings ledger now. Nice. So I'm going to do two things. I'm going to take this, I'm going to delete this, and it should delete it without complaining about having to recategorize transactions, and it did it. And then I'm going to go into this one and delete this one. This one should also have no problem. And then I'm going to go in here, right, and so I'm not using the savings ledger anymore, right? Move to YNAB. And over here, it's all the savings ledger items. That's where it should be. So I guess I can update this with these with the amounts over there. This should actually be a negative amount because it's cash flow going out. But yeah, let's just do that real quick, because it should all line up. If I just add this, I'll check it later, of course. 645.50. There's a lot of stuff there for just March, because those are all negatives at the end of the day. This stuff is not really that important to have super accurate, but it is what it is. Whoa. Come on. There we go. Money transfer from one account to another is like whatever. Because now this is also going to really simplify the cash flow statement, because it's just going to be adjustments, like if I sell something, cashback, gifts, reimbursements, and then financing. All right. Now, all that stuff is going to be tracked in the savings ledger. So let's just check, let's check real quick that it all lines up here. Savings ledger, total savings ledger. So savings ledger, June and July is 100. And then the next one is going to be in December 2020. Come on. December 2020 minus 340. Yep, that's what we got. 48, 61, 82. Yep, that's what we got. 15, 74, 18. Yep, that's what we got. And we haven't done it for March yet. So March is TBD here. Okay. So that seems to be all squared away. I'm glad that I did all that updating, because now it's just going to be easier to manage. Less sort of manual work for me to do. It's just going to be tracking it on there, all incorporated into YNAB. So let's go ahead and look at some of the things that I'm going to do. All right. So hodling is there. Okay, so I have this much left to be budgeted here. So I'm going to say we're going to put 15,000 into hodling. Physical environment improvement project. So some of the thing that happened here was that the RF investment that I've done, buying some of the things like my desk and headphones and stuff, buying that through the business, because those are considered things that I can use and deduct and all that stuff, business expenses. So this is sort of going into there as well. So, or this is coming out of here. So, that's kind of nice. Roth IRA 2021 contribution. I could just knock that out right away and just kind of kill the, recurring transactions. Might as well, that way everything is invested, and you don't have to wait for another 7 months for that all to get in there. This I've been getting some money. You know what? I put this at 30. I should put this at 30 as well, because this is another type of investing that I'm doing. It's not really investing. I guess it's more like insurance. But I've been buying some physical items there, and I've been getting pretty excited to to buy that. It's like a new thing. I just figured out. I'm a stupid ape. Right? So the rule was that when I bought it, it's it's physical metals, right? So the rule was when I bought it, I would use a check and send a check, and they'd send me it in the mail. And when I received the shipment, that's when I would make a new purchase. I already broke that rule twice. I made more purchases before the shipment actually came in. The first one was a day before came in. The second one was a week after I made the first one. So now I'm going to follow those rules. I'm going to wait for both of those orders to come in before I buy some more. That's going to be my way of dollar cost averaging in there. This, I can't really knock that out right now, but we'll see what happens. This I can repay. Pretty easy to do. Might as well just do that. I can just knock that out and make the transfer in there. This is pretty much done, so I can hide that. This is also pretty much done, so I can just hide that over there as well. Bring it to 0 and hide it. This is done as well, so that's at 0 available. I'm going to just hide that. This debt payoff thing, I can just also knock that out as well. I have it all set to pay off by, or not pay off, but keep going down by some amount. But, might as well just keep it that way. It doesn't really matter too much. And this is all squared away, so nothing's really going to change there. So things that I'm going to knock out, I'll knock this out right now. I'll knock, this is going to happen anyway over time. Might as well knock that out right now instead of doing the recurring transaction. I'll just get it all in there for now. But the other thing that I might do, since this doesn't really excite me that much, this putting money into the Roth IRA, I guess it is kind of nice, but you never know what's going to happen. So might as well, I don't know, I haven't really decided yet. So I guess I haven't decided what I'm going to do with that. So yeah, I guess the only thing that I'm going to do now is knock this out. I already knocked this one out actually, so I guess I can hide that one. And I'll go knock this one out. So I'm going to knock these two things out right now, and yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next video. I don't really know what the point of this one was that much, but it ended up being 19 minutes. So see you guys in the next one. It's almost March, or end of March, so we're going to be doing the financial statements for March soon. Bye.